Yes, sir. What's the deal, everybody? We here at the Leisure Time Podcast are super excited to be bringing back our interview series, man. And we're kicking it off with a very, very special guest. It's ironic that I'm saying I'm kicking it off, man, because we got the Rainey interview, and Rainey is honestly one of the best returners ever in football history, man. Florida Gator, right? Drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, played some years in the NFL, CFL legendary returner with over 10,000 return yards in the CFL. And I'm super happy to be kicking it off to him, right? Because it's the start of a new year, right? Every time in a game, in a football game, it starts off with special teams, right? And I feel here at the Leader Time Podcast, we wanted to kind of start off with our own version of special teams, and having one of the best special teams players I ever played with join the show is awesome. Like I said, man, Chris is a stand-up guy. I think he has a lot of nuggets within this interview that y'all going to really enjoy. So please tune in, check it out, and subscribe to the Leisure Time Podcast YouTube page. Follow our TikTok, the Leisure Time Podcast. Follow our Instagram, the Leisure Time Podcast, and follow our Twitter, Podcast Leisure. The Rainey interview. Let's get it. Yes, sir. We here at the Leisure Time Podcast is honored to have a Florida legend, man. Straight up. One of my former teammates with the BC Lions, man. A guy that I truly feel is one of the best returners ever, man. NFL, CFL, don't matter, man. This man was just super special. A three-time 5A Florida high school state champion, 2008 SEC champion, 2009 national champion, right? Fifth-round draft pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Like I said, man, my teammate with the BC Lions, just the best returner ever in the CFL. I just got to throw that out there real quick. Chris, too, by the way, man. So this is my boy, Rainey, the Rainey interview, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm great, man. But you forgot my national championship for track, too, in college.
Oh, shit, I forgot the national championship. Hey, man, I seen the track stuff, too, man. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, I'm not big on the track world, you know what I'm saying? But I did see that you was on the 4x1 team that won it all, too. I just remember vividly when I was in high school, bro, you and Jems, man. I just remember number 2 and number 3 being the fastest players in the SEC. And I actually seen y'all doing a couple like indoor track stuff with the 60-yard sprints and stuff like that. So let's talk a little bit about track, man, if you want to a little bit. How special was that Florida team that won that national championship in track, man? Like, y'all had some speedster. Were you the anchor, the third leg? Like tell me a little bit about that.
No, I was the first leg because I had the fastest takeoff. So,
ooh, okay.
Get us going at the first start. So, you fast in the SEC. What else can you say?
Man, that is true, bro. That is true, bro. So I want to go ahead and kick it off, Chris, real quick, man. I want to kick it off with just Lakeland, Florida, man. Lakeland High School, right? Your time there, man. I did some little research. I know that you stayed with the Pouncey brothers a little bit in high school. Man, just tell me your whole experience growing up in Lakeland, that environment, and some of the stuff that environment taught you.
Oh, well, most people don't know I was born in prison, so both parents, drug addicts. Yeah, I grew up with my grandma and everything else. So, and I was picked on, bullied. Always got picked last, or I never got picked at all. So most of the time I was walking home crying. Only friend I had was my dog. So when I was a baby, the dog was a puppy. Her name was Sugar Baby. My grandma named her. And we grew up together 15 years. That was my only friend, best friend. That's the whole neighborhood knew me and my dog. My grandma just said, you know what, I'm tired of, because she used to be on the porch watching me play football by myself, throw the football as far as I can and go catch it and everything else. She finally signed me up age 6. First year, I was a offensive lineman. And to this day, I still don't know how I became a running back. And then the rest.
I don't want to cut you off, bro, but I'm pretty sure when they started seeing how fast you could run, they changed your position quick. I mean, goddamn, 4.3, bro. I heard, and bro, I heard from the grapevine you was running 4.3 like
no 4.2. Nope.
You was 4.2 in high school?
Oh no, I ran a 4.3 8th grade. 4.3 in 8th grade.
So man, is it like bro? I'm from Cali, bro.
That was my first time ever running 40.
And I don't want to see territorial bias, but the myth is that down there in Florida, y'all be chasing chickens and shit. That's how fast y'all are. Is that true, or is it just like the weather just help y'all be faster? Like explain that Florida speed.
I know I did chasing chicken, me and my dog. But down south, like Miami area, they were doing rats and all that stuff. So it basically the same thing. and it's hard to catch them. When I say it's hard to catch them, it is hard to catch them. but they're gonna
I can
help you with your
imagine.
hips, your movement, your turning, your shift, all that. It all came in one and everything else. So, and then hopefully you can use that same thing on the football field.
Hey, man. So what's your fastest 40 then,
Then
bro? Like you ever clocked, you feel even if it was like before the combine training, like your fastest 40 you ever clocked, what would you say it was?
4.23.
All right, I'm about to
My
we're gonna
goal
end
was
this
to get
interview real quick.
a 4.1 because all back in the day you hear these cats running 4.1. So I wanted to see how really hard that was, and just like us,
It's
that jump was
hard.
hard.
I want to transition on the football field in high school, man. I see that y'all won like 3 state championships in a row. Your ass had like 90 touchdowns in high school, 8,000 all-purpose yards. When did the click? When did the switch flip for you, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you was kind of like, a loner, right? Playing some Pop Warner football, but you can pretty much a loner. You go to high school, and all of a sudden, you explode on the scene, bro. I mean, your senior year, you had like 3,000 yards and like freaking 32 touchdowns. It was something ridiculous, right? So tell me about that high school you went to. I know you played with the Johnson brothers there. Like, tell me about your high school career football-wise.
Oh, don't skip part one. I was scoring 5 times a game in part one. 4 years started on varsity in high school.
That's
So I was
ridiculous,
a 4 year
bro.
start on varsity and cause my ninth grade year did special teams. I was the second string running back because Jamal Taylor was in front of me because he
Right.
ended up going to linebacker when I started at running back. And then when our senior fullback, our sophomore year, after he left, Jamal Taylor came back on all fullback, and it was just me and him, the two-headed monsters. And then our junior year, that's when the Pounce twins came to varsity, and then the rest was history. Because, like I said, we always on the same page. We already knew what we want, so it just, hey, my goal was because when you go to Lakeland High School, because there's so many athletes come to Lakeland. My whole family went to Lakeland. So my goal was when I got to Lakeland, how can I be better than them? Because some of them won championships, some of them had records. Be better than these guys. Okay, I win the championship. Okay, this person got a championship too. So, okay, how can I be even better? I gotta go win another one. So the thing is, at Lakeland and back home in Polk County, you have to win championships.
Talking to you, it kind of seemed like it's kind of just like, each team at Lakeland want to cement their own legacy in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So since y'all won 3 straight, it's kind of like you cemented your legacy as that guy, as that team in the Lakeland area, which is pretty cool, man. I want to transition to recruiting though, man. I seen that you went to Florida. Obviously, I seen that you went to Florida. Y'all used to be your fan, man. Like I said, bro, I was that whole Tebow, you Dimps, you know what I'm saying? All the boys y'all had, that whole era was just fascinating in Florida football, man. So how did Urban get your butt to Florida, man? Because I'm sure that a lot of other teams was recruiting you. So how did he get you to Florida?
Oh, nah, he ain't get me to Florida. I committed my sophomore year. I already knew where I was going and everything else. Because I know Kendrick Stewart was one of our best players. He played offensive line and D line, and he was going to Florida State.
Okay.
So watching him in the locker room, he was getting all these letters. And now I was a freshman and he was a junior at that time. So I'm looking at him getting all these letters. And he was like, man, this is it right here. This how you go somewhere. This how you, when you grade football field, this is what you're going to get. So they're going to be locked in my head now. Okay, so if you're the best player, you're going to get all these letters and all that, and they're going to stack up like a mountain. So he getting all these letters. So I'm like, you know what? Because you just like us black people, when we see stuff, we challenge ourselves and challenge other people too at the same time. So, and I challenge myself. How can I get these letters too? And the thing was so good. My first letter was Florida, and that's the only letter I opened. I got a letter from every school except for Texas Longhorn, because at the time there was recruiting inside state in their own state. So
that's wild, bro.
Hey, I
That's
ain't want no.
what game? But like, bro, what made Florida like? What made Florida the school though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what made you so fascinated of being a Gator?
Well, I love alligators because they savage. When I say everything on the planet is scared of alligators, except for one thing is hippos. They savage. So that's one, and two, I love the colors, and three, I played with the Lakeland Gators, and
And
I knew there was a great school at the same time too.
so, bro, I know that you had your freshman year, you had a kind of an injury slowed you down a little bit, but man, you hit the scene running, man. Um, were you always a Swiss Army knife? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like offensively, because like to me, bro, I don't consider you a running back. I don't consider you a receiver. I don't even consider you a returner. Well, I consider you as a weapon. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think you're a weapon. Did it take time to like understand that, like, hey man, I gotta play multiple positions? Did you always play multiple positions? Because I can't imagine going to the SEC playing in that Urban Meyer offense, like learning all that shit that you had to do. Like, just tell me about like that transition of becoming like a true offensive weapon.
No, I ain't played multiple positions, but I know you had to play multiple. Small, I'm
Yeah.
small, I'm little, but speed, you gotta be tough and this and that and all that. But the thing is, you gotta play multiple positions just in case. You never know and all that. Be prepared. Receiver, I'm a running back, so I'm trying to be better than the receivers. If I'm a running back, I'm trying to do punt return. Never know,
Yeah.
or block punts or whatever. If I'm a running back, I want to play kick return or whatever, go block, whatever. If I'm a running back, I want to be on kickoff to go hit something. You try to do everything you can to help the team win. One, two, get film out there. Three, you just be, hey, they can't say no to this. He can do everything and all that stuff. Me and learning playbooks, like I learned a playbook within a week, couple days or a week, depending.
Facts, man. I think that because I just remember even with our time with BC together in 2018, I just remember like the coaches just putting you anywhere to make plays, bro. Like you be like, obviously, I think you went over like 2,200 on the return game that 2018 team with BC Lions. But then also offensively, like you get some rushing carries, you get some receiver little bubble routes, you get some screens, right? And I just think that's super cool, your versatility, man. And honestly, people don't know how smart of a goddamn player you is too. I just remember like me blocking for you on kick returns and punt returns, and how you would tell me just like, hey, you know, if you this way, shoot him that way. Like, okay, if you feel like he's kind of ahead of you, just go next level. I could beat this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go next level. And it's just a little nuggets you gave me to help us be better on the return game, man. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of my proudest things as a pro football player. It's kind of like blocking for you that year in 2018 because I was like most of your special teams player, and it's like when you scored, I still remember against Edmonton. Man, and that kind of like broke the game open, helped us get to the playoffs. That you know exactly what return I'm talking about too, bro. You got out of there. I mean, shoo. And bro, at that moment, I was like, dude, I'm playing with the fastest dude in the world right now. Like real talk, bro. Like it was something special. But we gonna get into that. I want to just talk about the talent y'all had on that Florida team. Like a lot of people want to talk about Alabama, like Alabama, but y'all low key was the original Alabama before Alabama got onto the scene. You know what I'm saying? So playing with guys like Percy, I mean Tim Tebow, Brandon James, I mean Riley Cooper raced his ass. No, this one, honestly. The infamous Aaron Hernandez, right?
Oh
I
no,
mean,
hey, that's a bad white boy.
hey, he is Carlos Dunlap, Brandon Spikes. I mean, Joe Hayden, bro, Ahmad Black. Like, god damn, Chris, like it's like 28 of y'all, 30 of y'all that
Major
went to the
right,
league.
all
So
the
like,
boy.
bro, talk to me about that 2008, 2009 Florida Gator team. Please talk to me about spring ball. Talk to me about the weight room. Talk to me about fall camp. Like, did y'all kill each other? Like, what the? It was like, bro, 28 people on one team go to the league. Bro, you got to talk to us about that squad, bro.
Oh yeah,
It's ridiculous.
well we killed each other. We try to make each other better. We kill ourselves. Everybody was on the same page. Cause the recruiting class before us was like a couple guys and all that stuff, and then my recruiting class, I met the rest of them at Friday Night Lights at
Yep.
Florida. Like Major Wright, Joe Hayton, Aaron Hernandez, Cam Newton.
Was it Cam too? Cam
Moses
Newton was he with
Jenkins.
y'all? I want to say y'all had Cam Newton too. Did y'all have Cam Newton too? God damn, like bro, that don't make no sense, bro. That don't make no sense, bro. Like that's cheating, bro.
Every
I
time
don't care. That's
every time
cheating, bro.
every time I look back at that team, I'm like, dog, we had that many. It is ridiculous. And I used to do all them cats at practice every day. Rainey, don't come with that fully. Y'all don't come with that fully. What you talking about? I know one time. See, I don't talk trash. The reason why I don't talk trash because it's a movie I saw back in the day, and I still watch it to this day because it's one of my favorite movies called The Program. You ever seen that movie before?
I want to say I've seen it. I don't vividly remember the plot, but I think I have seen it before.
Well, if you get a chance and you didn't see it, make sure you go see it. That's the reason why I don't talk trash because the linebacker on there talk all the trash and everything. He always backed it up. But that one person is anybody in this world. That one person who ain't scared, don't say nothing. That's the ones you scared of right there. So me, I don't talk trash because that is karma. Bad karma ain't no joke. It is real and everything else. So that's why I do all that. But other than that, hey, the defense is talking mad trash. I'm talking about ridiculous. It had me mad. It had me so mad. I got a piece of paper and a pen, wrote down every starting defensive player that was on the starting defense that I go against every single day, do them every single day. Went out there because I told them one by one, do y'all bust. One play did that every last one of them and scored two on the same thing too. So and walked in the locker room, crossed out all their names. I wasn't expecting to do it on one damn, but hey, I did and crossed off all their names. I ain't said nothing.
Crazy.
I had on my locker too. I had on my locker with all their names and numbers on there. On my locker. So when you walk by my locker, you see everybody's name on defense.
Bro, it's just crazy. So is that the best team ever? Would you say that's the best college team ever? From a talent perspective.
It's
you got
two others.
Yeah.
It's two others that I Miami Hurricanes and USC.
USC. See, and that's where I was gonna get to because I remember when I was growing up too, like around probably 04 to about 07, when we had Matt Liner, Reggie Bush, and stuff like that. I would say that team rivaled y'all, but when you look at the roster breakdown, bro, y'all had so many more people be successful in the pros than that USC team. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
if you look at it that, yeah, we you look at it, yeah, we'll take the number one.
Like I think
And
everybody on your squad
with,
made the roster on the NFL team, bro. I think like all the names I named, like all y'all actually made the roster. Y'all actually played. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that's a sweet deal, man. So let's transition to the pros real quick, bro. I want to transition to the pros. Obviously, you killed the combine. You get drafted 5th round. Tell me your time with the Steelers, man. Talk a little bit about your time with the Steelers.
So when I got drafted, you know, talk to you and everything else. But the first thing he said when he got on the phone said, "Time to die, B." And I just bust out laughing. I'm like, "Yep, I got a good coach. I got a good coach because you know he's a player. He's a player's coach. Coach Tomlin is the real everything." So when I got there, I always had self-confidence. Already knew I played in the SEC, so I just didn't know. I thought everybody was gonna be super fine.
Yeah.
And football is football from every level. It ain't the same. Players got to learn different ways. It's slower players, it's sorry players, it's good players, great players, top of the line players. It's everywhere. So I'm thinking NFL is gonna be. When I say it's gonna be hardest, no, it's the same thing. So just like I said, I had self-confidence, and my goal is to make the team and do what I have to do, make the second contract and all this other stuff. That's how I'm coming in because I already know detail. Cause my brother for 8 years and this and that and all that, cousins and all that stuff. So, And thank you. I just got there and did what it is? Training camp. Did training camp, did my thing and all the other stuff. So now preseason's coming along. So now this the real deal. People can watch, and now you got to show out now because the real camera's on now.
Bro, having brothers and family that played in the league for sure. I think that you having those insights helps you for sure, bro. I mean, it's hard being in the NFL, man. I tell people that all the time. A lot of people be like, "Oh man, you want to go to the league," but they don't understand the grind, the work, the mental toughness it takes to stay in the league and in pro sports in general, right?
No, it ain't that. It ain't that. It's all these players got egos. Think they all this and all that. Special teams come first for everything. When you kick the ball off or receive the ball, who on the field first? Special teams. Special teams always first.
Man, bro, what made you develop that mindset, fool? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you know, a lot of players don't kind of grow up, or even in college, they don't see themselves as like, you know, special teams is the most important. So what kind of made you develop that kind of like special teams is super important? I care about special teams mentality.
Well, first of all, you can win from everywhere on the football field. And second, I'll develop early, and I probably was a man before my time when I was young and everything else. So, because I know I was a team player, but not quite as a perfect team player at a young age. In Pop Warner, I wanted to be the only one to score this and all other stuff and be the man, all that. And then when I got to high school, it's one game I did not score, but the third string running back, second string, third string scored before me. I'm crying like a baby on the sideline and all this kind of stuff. So that teach you how to not be selfish and this and that and all the other stuff.
So then, bro, you have stops in Indianapolis, you have stops with the Cardinals, and then you find your way in Canada. And specifically, I want to focus on that 2016 season with the BC Lions when you went just like damn near for 3,000 on purpose, right? How was the transition special teams wise from the NFL kicking game to the CFL kicking game? Like, how was that transition for you?
Oh, it wasn't no transition because when I was with the Colts, a linebacker named, dang, what's his first name? Something Freeman. He was a linebacker.
All right.
What's his first name? Something Freeman. Great linebacker that was it. What it was?
Freeman. I'm trying to think of it. Freeman, man. That name sounds with the Colts, right? That name
linebacker.
Familiar, bro. I can't hit my head on it, but that name
played for some years.
Damn.
Because he came from the CFL before he went to the Colts.
Damn.
And he told me all, and my locker was right next to him. So he always taught me, said, "Hey, Rainey, if NFL don't work out or anything or whatever, you can always go check out the CFL, man." Because I know in college, CFL used to come on our TVs in the locker room, but we didn't really pay attention. Oh, you definitely got to pay attention because so many goddamn rules. I'm still learning. Man, so many rules in that jump, but it wasn't nothing different. You just got to have more cardio and more endurance going there.
Right. So, Chris, before we get done, bro, I got to ask you a couple more things, man. What was your most memorable return in your professional career? Like, what would you say is the most memorable one you had? And against who? Who's that against?
When we play. Well, I start the whole thing before I say it. So
yeah,
when I was with the Steelers,
all right,
that whole week, you know, in training camp, they'll pick out the guys that gonna play this quarter, that quarter, and that whole week we're watching film on Carolina Panthers, and coach kept preaching. This the worst special teams in the league, so we got to take advantage of it and all that. So looking at film, I can see it and all that stuff. So Rainey, you first on return. Oh, really? This NFL, this preseason, because we're already still warming up, getting ready, trying to make the team and all the other stuff for the roster for the season. So the game come. Oh, because every preseason game, every time I walk in the tunnel, actually the whole season, every tunnel I'll go through, I'm like, and would look around and walk around, like, man, I'm really in the NFL every game, and I'm just so it's game time. I do my thing, listen to my old school music like I always do, Earth, Wind, and Fire, whatever else it is, and so first punt I get. They kick it on the opposite side away from with the side we supposed to be returning on. So I have to get back to the other side or be by myself. So I get back on the other side, broke a tackle, got through down the sideline, touchdown. So I'm like, oh, jump, but it got called back. But still, I just did this and this first time touching the punt in the game. And I'm like, damn, I just did that in NFL. So 3 minutes later, I get another punt. This one almost on our 10-yard line.
Yeah.
I catch the thing, juke the first person, juke somebody else, go through up the middle, juke another person. I scored again. I'm like, did I really just do this in NFL? Oh my God. But you gotta play it off because everybody watching the TV on jumbo, you gotta play it off. But inside you're like, oh my, I just did this jump. Guess what I told Mike Tomlin when I got to the sideline? Hey, coach, did I make the team?
No more. I'm on the roster.
No, I said, hey, coach, did I make the team? He said, boy, get your butt out of the way, man. Hey, I think that was my one right there.
That's cool, bro. So, Chris, last question before I get you out of here, big dog. Who is your top 5 returners all time? It could be NFL, it could be CFL, it don't matter. Top 5 returners all time.
Deontay Hall, Devin Hester, me, Brandon Banks. Who else? That was a good returner.
I'm thinking about a man that's coaching at Colorado University right now, possibly playing corner. Some people call him the best corner all time. Dion, you don't think Dion in that top 5?
Deion Sanders? Yeah. You can put him in there.
You gotta put. I'm about to say, come
on,
Rainey. Florida boy. You gotta put Fran.
Yeah,
all right. So what? What made Dante Hall a good returner?
Man, he made people look like they damn shouldn't be in football. Like, but I understand because he wasn't fast, but he was quick, so he had to do that just to get some open field to pull away and get to the end zone. But when you fast, you don't have to do all that juking. You just make one move and out of there. Like Devin Hester.
Devin Hester, then, right?
You're like Deion Sanders, one move, Brandon Banks, one move, and out of there. So
what made your return? So what made your return style so unique?
Oh, I'm making one cut and that's it. I don't need nothing else. One cut and that's it. Just because I'm a running back, so we so used to being get up north, one cut, get up field and all that stuff. So it wasn't all that extra stuff. So that's why I'm stuck on it. But looking at them, they basically did the same thing most part, but not quite like mine, but most part.
Man, hey Chris, I appreciate this so much, man. I'm so happy to kick off this new year interviewing you, man. I want to give you your flowers, bro. You're legitimately a legend, bro. Like, I don't think I know you probably do understand that, but like, bro, you really a legend, bro. I mean,
I still don't.
Bro, you are, bro. Like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I'm from Los Angeles, California, fool. And I remember number 3 from Florida. Like, I remember you vividly, like 2008, 2009. I'm in high school, bro. Looking at you, like scoring against Bama, like scoring against top SEC talent, winning national championships, man. So I just think that's super cool, man. And to be able to play with you in BC too and see what kind of man you are, what kind of father you are, what kind of husband you are, man, how you carry yourself. Bro, you got it, man. Definitely, man. I'm excited to see what the future holds for you, man. For real, we got to do this again, man. How's the kids doing? I ain't gonna leave without asking this. How the kids doing, bro?
Oh, no. They great. We in track season right now. We just started. So Yes,
Man, I
sir.
remember your oldest son always being at the practices with VC Lions, man, catching and running around. He was super athletic, so I'm excited to see what his future look like in sports.
But he ridiculous, boy. He ridiculous. But I
Ridiculous.
don't tell him that though. I don't tell him that. So keep
Yeah,
keep him
keep him
a good head on the
humble.
shoulders. So yep.
Man, that's dope, man. Well, one day I'm gonna have to show him this interview and let him know how his pops really think about his game, man. That's super
My
dope.
daughter
Man.
gonna be the track star though.
A track star? You think so?
Yeah, my daughter.
What? You think so?
She gonna be the
She
track star.
quit?
Oh, hold on, cause he be getting jealous at her.
What? Oh man. So she's a super. That's all her? What the?
Most of them.
Most of them? Ew, look at him. Hey man, I'm gonna have to go to one of them track meets in a couple years, one of them Olympic trials for her or something like that, man. She gonna do it big.
Hey, come on, I got my AU on AU track team. So,
okay, out there in Polk County.
Not Polk County, Ocala. It's like an hour and 10 minutes from Polk County.
See, back, man. I know you happy being back in Florida and in cold ass Canada.
Oh, what? What? Cause I always say if it do get cold here, it always gonna come back hot. So I don't care what nobody say, cause it's the best state to train in.
Thanks, bro. All right, then, Chris. I'm gonna holler at you.
I appreciate you, man.
This will good stuff. All right, Chris. I'm gonna holler at you, big dog.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.